32 degrees. At least, hey, that's what my phone said this morning when I got up. It is now 43, so it's rapidly warming, but holy cow, my toes are cold. I thought going to SHOT Show in Vegas would be cold, but apparently Vegas area is 50 degrees right now. So it looks like there will be two range. There's going to be a Sunday range day, so the not SHOT Show range day. The Monday range day, that's the official industry range day. And there is an alternate Monday range day. Kurt24, what's up? What's up? And yeah, so I got the kids with me. Let's see, did the light just turn red? I don't know how long of a red light I got here. Thank you for the thumbs up. And hold on, I'll show you the kids. So it is so cold. The kids got their sweaters on. And I have my Sten Parts German rain hoodie. Because, wow. I went to a movie last night. Really good. Oh my gosh. So this guy buys like the theater, bright light, and previews like religious movies for people for free. So God bless him. That's really impressive. Well, it was cold in the theater, and I just figured if my wife saw me in this, because I was meeting her there, that she would be unhappy. So I wore something else. She's like, how come you didn't wear that green hoodie? I'm like, and so, yeah, all right, tell me if I'm weird. I get a little, like, sad when I leave home. So I'm going to be, don't get me wrong, I'm excited about going to SHOT Show, excited about seeing friends. I was messaging with Tundra Tactical last night, cool dude. Let's see, I love Kyle Wade, so I'm going to be seeing him in the One Horse Crew, so I'm excited about that. Woo! Which I don't know if I'm going to be able to close the deal today, but my one horse, upper and lower receiver, and handguard are going to be at my fiffle today. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick that up. And so yeah, I'm excited to see Crumpy, excited to hang out with Crumpy. It's funny if you've ever gone to, and I don't know what other event equates to something like SHOT Show, but when you're walking the floor, if you walk as a group, you inevitably see people you want to talk to, and the group keeps moving on. So it's kind of tough to be a group and go and do things. And as much as you think like Crump and I are going to be hanging out like for 40 hours during the week, we'll probably see each other less than an hour each day. I'm excited. There's events like every night of the week. There's some sort of event. Getting toasty. I literally ran out. So when I took the doggies out to do their business this morning, I started the car, turned on the seat heat, turned on the steering wheel heat, and yes, I am that bougie. But let's see who we got here. We got Kurt Barton Fink. How's it going? How's it name the movie? What was that? It was blah 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 2. Why can't I remember? I would have to look it up. I do have it on my phone. I'll have to post about it. So really, I'm a little embarrassed about how many times I cried in that movie. It was really really good. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the concepts in agile project management. They talk about a burn down, and so I am in the like final hours, even though it's like 23 hours from now, of getting all my crap ready. I haven't packed yet. I've like pseudo organized stuff. So I am going to be somewhat ready. And yeah, so I got my suitcase out. I've got to pack my electronics. I've got to figure out something. They're a little far reach here, but I've had these probably for 20 years. I bought it, and on a couple of cold days here, it's like my toes get just chilling. Yeah, I wouldn't mind sunshine in the front seat, but she tries to push all the buttons and reprogram the car, so that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. You get to look at, let's see, what road are we on? Does it say? Does it say? Really? It doesn't say anywhere? I thought some part, wait, if I go over here on this navigation screen, we are on State Road 710 East, yes. So we are heading south. And, did I turn that on? That's my mesh-tastic. Wow, the sun's bright this morning. It is very cold. For Florida, that is. You know, it's 45 degrees. It just warmed up another 3 degrees. And beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so whatever maintenance and chores around the house, I try to get taken care of before I go. So I got to run around and do a few more things. So there's like required goals, stretch goals. I literally ripped one of the pairs of pants that I was going to take with me, and so I ordered more pants on Amazon that are one pair got delivered yesterday. I think the rest are getting delivered today, and I guess I could have ish shipped to the Airbnb house. Let's see. Where did my readers go? You can always tell when Rich hits the 3G tower. It's funny, I don't know how well populated. Alright, so there's like a nature preserve on my right for miles, and I don't know what's on the left, but yeah, it's definitely, so we are on like the northwest side of Palm Beach County, and yeah, we're west of 95, we're west of the Turnpike, and if there are houses, it's all acre and a quarter minimum properties out here. So let's see, there is a community called Calusa that I really, really wanted to live in. Actually, there was a house I really wanted, but it didn't have a pool, didn't have a screened-in pool, and that's one of the things my wife wanted. Wow, well, I think there was an HOA. So, HOA, not great. So, yeah, I was marking down on the SHOT Show app a list of companies I wanted to talk to. Of course, I marked down the Gideon Optics guys. Going to be talking to Bear Creek Arsenal. And, you know, I miss Amy. Amy, I think it's been a year now. And Amy was great to work with, and the new guy, and I'm blanking on his name, I had a chat with him the other day, so we have an appointment scheduled, which is cool. Let's see, am I coming up? Yes. And I gotta slow down. I've had a number of incidents, and my Comma AI system probably recorded it, but I got to figure out how to get the videos off the Comma AI, and it just hasn't been high on my priority list. So, alright, there's kind of a janky, because I don't know if it's oblique, or I forget how you describe an angle. It's it's greater than 90 degrees. It's probably like 120 degrees where this intersection is. So you don't make a right at the light, you make a right here, which after, I don't know, a month or two of doing it, I'm getting the hang of it. And I guess this old dog can fake learning a new trick. And alright. And since I'm heading west, I don't need to block the sun. So, boy, I don't know. I mean, I know some things I don't know if I can share, but yeah, people are already heading to SHOT Show. So I don't know if they're meeting with manufacturers like Friday, Saturday, Sunday before the actual show. So Sunday noonish, there's a range day, and then there's gonna be like, I don't know if there's a dinner, but you know, there's gonna be some sort of food. I'm gonna bang into the left lane here. Monday is the official range day. Does it start at 8 or 9? I forget. I gotta look again. And range day goes till 4 o'clock, but I'm probably gonna bail before then. And then there's the Gundies, and they start at 5. But you don't have to be there at 5. So, and I don't know what the Crumpy's. I don't remember if Crump said he was going to range day. I know last year he said he was on the first bus to leave. So let's see. I Ubered with Eagle Run 23 to range day. We stayed at the same hotel. So yeah, for 1 week, this is going to be the last time I'm picking up food donations. So other people are covering it, so I'm excited about that. The doggies get pills at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., so my wife's got to cover that. I just noticed on the right side of the road, the telephone poles are pressure-treated wood, and on the left side of the road, the poles are concrete. So because Florida is wet and has bugs and termites and all that bit, most poles are metal or concrete. So the intersection, you see all the cantilevered lights are steel, which I guess any kind of cantilevered light is steel. Wouldn't be anything else. So we are on North Lake, heading west. Oh, there's a county range out here. It's been open for a number of years. It's so funny. When they announced it, it's like opening soon, and it kept getting pushed back on the opening. And now that it's been open for a number of years, I have not been there. I gotta go. Everybody tells me it's great. I really, really need to get my butt out there and go. So yeah, as far as the burn down goes, I guess I gotta pack. I probably gotta do laundry because there's clothes that is in the hamper I need to pack. We're going out tonight again, and my flight is like 7 a.m. So I'm flying out of Palm Beach International. So getting there, you know, 60 to 90 minutes before the flight is not a big deal. I'm not going to check a firearm. That always takes longer. And typically at SHOT Show, I do not take a firearm, just because it's it's just adds extra time on my departure. Once you get there, I don't care, but we're accelerating rapidly. I'm going to stop that. And one of the dogs sounds like they're snoring. I think it's Chelsea. So in case you're wondering, Chelsea, poor doggy, we found out several months ago she's got bad knees on the back legs. And, they wanted to do surgery, and it was going to be like pretty expensive. But here's the whole thing. The poor dog, she's got a heart condition, and even if we spent the money on it, it could have been pretty risky. So we opted not to do it. And she actually, I think before Christmas, slipped a disc in her back, and basically isn't using her left rear leg, which is kind of messed up. Poor girl. So she's got a bunch of strikes against her. With the bad knees, she could still get around, but she wasn't running or anything like that. Only when my wife comes home from work, she'd get excited, she'd run around a bit, but that was about it. Now the poor girl, I pretty much carry her everywhere, and I love the dog. I feel really bad that she's got this going on. She was on like a painkiller and a steroid, and we're tapering her off the steroid right now. And she did seem to make some improvement, but she's still not really using that leg, and it's tough. I mean, it's and I don't know. Hey, I'm 60 now. That's if when you see the mortality and the complications of age on an animal, I don't know if it's narcissistic or self-centered that you often think about yourself on those things. But the poor little girl, she's a good doggy, and she used to, like, I would pet her in the morning. I'd give her big scratches and all that bit, and pet her, and I'd have to pet both dogs because they have mutual FOMO. And then she used to do this without us seeing. And she's a rescue, and I think she was abused, and I think she was abused by a man. Without us seeing, like, she would always do it in private. She would, like, roll around and do cute things, like either on the floor or on the bed. She'd roll around and just be very cute. And when we would look at her, she would stop. And only in like the last 2 years would she do what I call the happy dog stuff with us looking. Beck Rayman, what's up? FGM. So I was petting and scratching her this morning, and she was like looking like she kind of rolled around a little bit because she's not agile. She's not going to get up and do things. But she looks like she was doing the happy dog stuff by rolling around a bit. Like, and when I say rolling, I mean kind of like stretching and moving. And again, she's not that active or agile anymore. What's weird is both my dogs are about the same age, and Sunshine still runs like a crazy dog, and that dog is fast. Sunshine is very fast. And yesterday she ran. I don't know if she hit something with her foot or pulled something, but she came back gimping like her front left foot, but she seems to be okay now. Driving Rich, yes. Yeah, I have no idea. So Friday and Saturday, I pick up at two public supermarkets. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of driving, doing a couple hours worth of driving. And what is that? My wife? All right, so that's the alarm system setting on my house. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my wife is just leaving now. How long? 20 minutes? Yeah, whatever. All right, will the self-driving do this right? So far, so good. It does barrels pretty good. There's a couple of spots here where the lanes shift after this intersection. All right, I got my hand on the wheel. Something I'm not used to. All right, and I'm definitely gonna have to manually control the vehicle here. I don't understand what they're doing. So I'm heading south. Behind me is north, but they're making everybody turn right. I don't understand because it would appear to me that the northbound section of this road is closed. All right, so let me set this at a reasonable speed. So this area, there were so few houses here, it was crazy. Years. So downtown Jupiter, there's a lot of two big areas that built up with like townhouses and stuff like that. I didn't realize how much, wooded area there was in town. And as the old adage goes, you know when you're old when you know when there was nothing. Let me say that over again. You know you're old when you know where there was nothing. All right, are we going to handle this, or do we need manual intervention? Whoop, said take control. Yeah, so when it quickly changes like that, yeah, the comma AI didn't do a good job with that. Uh-oh, Barton Fink wrote a book. I'm not reading it now because we got another. Let's see. Will it handle? My hands are not touching the wheel. Not touching the wheel. Not touching. It did it. Okay. Not sure if it is legal in Florida, but CBD oil and it's not fish or turmeric. Sweet potatoes, blueberries will help with the joint inflammation in your pup. Okay. I'll talk to my vet about that. Thank you, man. Thanks. There's roads here. So North Lake that we're on, they've widened up. They're widening up now. There's roadways that have been in sore need of improvement. And don't get me wrong, roads in Florida are great. It's super, super, super unusual to see a pothole in Florida because we don't have any freezing frost or anything like that going on. Sunshine's still looking out the window. It's 45 degrees out. I don't know that I'm cracking the window open and driving. It's like, I don't know if my toesies are warm enough. My feet are warm. My toes, not so much. And a red light, how are we handling it? is it braking? Well, I guess if I was doing the braking, I would be ready for it and be okay. But if the car is doing it, it's a little disconcerting. So what's the temperature where you guys are at? While I'm, you know, being a crybaby, about 45 degrees right now, although it was in the 30s when I woke up. What? Oh, so hold on. My seat is on automatic right now. It's not, which I guess is okay. Like, huh, my seat isn't on. 15! I looked and like New York was 20. I feel bad for my daughter in Manhattan. There's nothing worse than below 30 degrees in Manhattan, because you're in the shade of the buildings and then the wind hits the face of the building and comes down, so it's like a cold tornado, and I do not miss that. So yeah, there is 30 degrees in Manhattan between the shade of the buildings and the wind. Woo! It is no fun. You know, I don't know if you want to call it wind chill factor. It's like shade and downdraft factor. They got pretty landscaping around here. So I guess the county requires them to, you know, nighten up the streets. And that's got to cost, you know, it's one thing to buy the whatever foliage, trees and hedges and all that bit. Then the next thing is to maintain it. And that's one of the things I've tried to keep away from, is, you know, stuff like hedges that you got to trim. And my wife keeps like, oh, those are nice. I'm like, my neighbor who's retired had, I think they're called calusas. He was trimming them once a week, and finally he got sick of it and he tore them all out. And my wife looks at it, she's like, oh, that'd be nice. I'm like, nope. Nope. Not doing it. Not getting them things. So is that, yeah, so there's this grass that gets like 1.5 feet so tall. That looks pretty cool. Is this my turn? Yes. I don't know why, how many times I've been here, and I just really haven't looked. I mean, I knew it was a gas station here. I didn't realize it was a 7-Eleven. And this is my stop. I will talk to you guys later. Look at flyingRich Firearms for posts about SHOT Show, because that is where I will be. Alrighty, gentlemen, have a great day. God bless.